Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this, Mr. or Mrs. Camera. The Butch Man here. The most generic, most average, least talented personality to grace YouTube. Unless you consider the fact that I knew all the license plate numbers of every vehicle in my family, a talent. But we know that's no talent. By now you know I rant. These rants are unfiltered, unedited, unapologetic, uninformative. Before anything, has anyone ever seen someone laughing all the way to the bank? Do you laugh the entire way? Why are you following them to the bank, you freaking stalker? Were they walking to the bank? Were they driving to the bank and laughing? What if they got stuck in traffic? Would they stop laughing all the way to the bank? What if they got thirsty and stopped for a soda at the Wawa? For you people who aren't in the Northeast, Wawa is wonderful. So if this person stopped at Wawa to get a soda, would they be laughing there too? Because they haven't gotten to the bank yet? Do they have to explain to the cashier why they're laughing? I mean, imagine they're up at the counter. Cashier says, that'll be $1.20. And you're cracking up. You're LOL. Now, you have to have watched the old video before you get that joke. So, this person is LOL. The cashier at Wawa is befuddled, and they're going, why is this chucklehead laughing? And then maybe the light bulb comes on. Going to the bank. Yeah, again, these thoughts have kept me from, alone. Snicker quietly. You get it. You know. As you may know now, my passion is informing folks of the truth. One thing that bothers me is in Rocky 2, Lubo, in Rocky 2, Rocky was told not to fight Apollo Creed in the event that he could go blind. His eye was so damaged in the first fight and the prior fights. Remember, he had already been a club fighter for years. So here's Rocky. He fights Apollo, has his eye beat to bejesus, and the doctor says right before surgery after the fight, it's the eye that concerns me. The nose is fine. Adrian says, you could go blind, Rocky. I don't want you fighting anymore. You're retired. Now, this is Rocky 2. He can't drive. Remember, he gives Paulie his, I think it was a Trans Am. And, because he says, I keep hitting trash cans because, my bad eye. Nailed it. Nailed it again. So, in Rocky 2, they're concerned that he could go blind. Yet, he fights in Rocky 3, and then, storyline 9 years later, he fights a giant Russian in Rocky 4. In Rocky 4, Rocky fights a guy who punches so hard, whatever he hits, he destroys. Nailed it again. My God. Heads up, because this channel is going to explode. I'm telling myself that. So, here's Rocky fighting a giant Russian who hit so hard he killed Apollo. Got that? He killed Apollo because he hit so damn hard. But Rocky, who shouldn't have fought 9 years prior due to his chances of going blind, is now fighting this guy who hit so hard that he killed a guy. Huge hole in the storyline. Plus, it wasn't funny, Rocky 4. Rocky 1 and 2, they were pretty damn funny. Hey, yo, Paulie, your sister's with me. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Oh, boy. Wait till some famous folk get a hold of this video. You normies I'll remember you sometimes, but when I get famous, you guys are history. Probably shouldn't have said that part. I adore all my fan. Get it? Okay, on to what's really important. And that is, I'm going to talk a little bit today about the most ego-driven exercise that has ever graced fitness. I'm talking about the decline bench. A rather useless exercise that guys do only because they can do a lot of weight. It's the biggest sham in lifting. It's all ego-driven. I'm not immune to ego lifting. I have destroyed my shoulders pressing some big weights, and then I'd put the weight down and go, hey, any chicks watching? And no, they weren't. So, plus I have a clause that I'm not allowed within 100 feet of most people anyway. That's for another time. But yeah, the decline bench, your 3-inch range of motion that you're doing is not really helping you physiologically, I'm sorry to say. But boy, it looks good when you can stack a bunch of plates on there and bring that weight all the way down those 3 inches and push it all the way back up those 3 inches. You know, especially if you got T-Rex arms, geez, you'll be freaking stacking the weight on there. The decline bench, it's not totally useless, but there's just, you're going to hit your lower pec anyway. If you do your flat bench, you're going to hit your lower chest. It's, again, physiology. You know, the upper pec is the majority. The lower, you do some dips. You can do dips, you can do cable pulls, you know, the kind where, not low pulls, but cable pulls, where you set the cables low and you bring them up like this. Ouch. Stupid. But that's not the point. So, you do your dips, you do your low cable pulls, you'll hit the lower pec. You hit it fine. Those exercises you can do with a full range of motion as well, instead of, again, your 3 to 4 inch press that the decline bench warrants. Do it if you want. Just understand the physiology. Understand the pectoralis muscle. Understand that there's ways to hit it besides the decline bench. If you really feel the need to hit, and do your ego lift, go for it. You're still contracting the muscle, but again, there's just way better ways to target it. Friends don't let friends do decline, I guess would be the motto of this one, right? And this one was a short and sweet. With that, your pal, the Butch Man, is signing off. Please subscribe to the channel, share it with everybody, like the video, leave a comment or two, agree, disagree, tell me about your decline bench experiences if you feel the need to, if you need your ego stroked, because we know that's all it does. And no, people, I do not have anything better to do. Ta-ta.